What's up, survivors? Jason here. Today I'm going to start a new garden bed and restart my vermicompost. So this is what I'm going to be using for the raised bed for my cantaloupe. But the one thing I found when I was experimenting, I had cantaloupe down over there, and I put a cucumber plant seed as well. They didn't grow at all, they didn't germinate, and I decided to just put the random piece of soil that I put right there, just like a handful, and just put inside of here. I thought the seeds were dead. Apparently it was just dormant. I haven't mixed this in a while because I know it's ready, but it germinated and popped up. I'm not quite sure which one this is. The seedlings from the cantaloupe and the cucumber look pretty similar, so I may have to wait until it gets its true leaves. But look right there, it popped right up. And I mean, it's a really nice temperature right now. It's above 65 at night, so that's what it needed to actually germinate. So apparently it actually grew. So I'm gonna try to transplant this into the raised bed. So I'm going to be using this space right here to make my little raised bed. I'm just going to use bricks right here, and hopefully I can just kind of till this around, try to get it all sifted through, and then I'm going to put some cardboard over the top of it so no grass would pop through, because I really have a problem with this grass popping all over the place. So I'm going to try that, see if it works. But then possibly, I'm not quite sure, because sometimes the heat right now is probably over 90 degrees. So this might not make it. It needed this cover to stay at least healthy, because it started to droop after a little while. So I may put my old sun cover over the top of it, and while it gets bigger, it could actually sustain itself right there. So that is the plan for today. So I dug this hole because the roots of the cantaloupe need at least 18 inches of fine soil, and the clay soil is going to prohibit it from actually growing, because that is super hard for even me to push through with my finger. But I kind of break it up a little bit and it makes it a little bit finer, but it seems like digging down at least probably almost 4 to 6 inches on either side, seems that it made it a little bit better soil underneath. So it might be just the top that is really concentrated. Right now it's about almost a foot, I believe. From this brick down to here, it's probably around a foot. That's 8 inches right there. Just around a foot right there. Maybe over a foot actually. So I may just keep it like this and then just put in all the other soil. I'm gonna put this vermicompost inside of right here, and then I'm going to transplant my cantaloupe. Alright. So I'm going to try to transplant this either cantaloupe or a cucumber. I'm not quite sure yet. I might have to wait until I see the true leaves. But I'm gonna just kind of, who knows how deep the root is already. Please. Oh man. I may just try to, oh look at that. Just kind of fell apart. The roots they definitely seem to be all right there. Let's see. This is just a temporary. Try to keep it all together. Alright, I only had enough to fill the hole. I mean, I need probably another 6 inches for this to be a raised bed, or it's just going to be a normal garden. So there are some pieces of clay around. It's when I accidentally pushed underneath the box and it fell in. But I think once that kind of mixes in, it should be a little bit good to keep it at least fine, and it'll eventually kind of break down as well and get a little bit better. But I need another 6 inches. But I'm gonna put up, ooh, yeah, what, ooh, wow, wow, look at that. It's a worm egg. Look at that. That's cool. I'm gonna put that in the box. But yeah, I'm gonna set these bricks up. I'm probably gonna line it up with the compost box, and then probably bring it up to here and to here and bring it back. All right, let's do that. I'm gonna use this old soil as part of the compost and to fill the rest of the little hole that I have for the raised bed. So let's just Alright. It took a while, but I finally filled it up to the best that I can. It's probably, I don't know, 2 inches right here, 3 inches right there. Over time, it may compact a little bit more, but that's the most soil I have right now, and I want to kind of make my own soil and see if I could make it more self-sufficient type of replenishing the soil. So this is my little raised bed. Looks pretty nice for just a few bricks and digging into the ground for a little bit, but seems pretty straight. I just eyeballed it and it looks pretty good. So I got 2 different, I know one for sure is a cantaloupe, and this one over here is either the cantaloupe or the zucchini. I'm not quite sure. This area might be enough for the both of them if I put them one right here and one over here, but that amount of space right there probably isn't enough. You probably have to at least maybe 10 inches in diameter for the whole root ball, or it could get all tangled up. And plus the plant will get big, I mean big. So I'm not quite sure what to do there. I might make another area for it, or try to build up my raised bed that I already have down over here, but I'm not quite sure. But I'm gonna try to transplant this one. May put it, you know what, since this has been outside a little more, it's been a little more climbing to the area and the heat already, I'm gonna transplant this one straight into just the middle of this one and try to figure out what to do with the other one. This one seems a little bit leggy because it was going through all those leaves and it's really falling over. I may try to put at least an inch of this stem into the ground. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I'm gonna try that, see if it survives. I'm gonna put some type of straw on top of this to keep the soil moist. But let's dig into this area, and plus the extra soil would actually move it up a little bit more. Plus this extra space right here would give the straw something to keep it in. That should straighten up, hopefully. At least it will kind of bend back this way, probably, hopefully, because of the sun. It's trying to follow the sun, but hopefully that'll survive the heat. It's getting up to like hundreds now. All right, let's fill this up. I got some chopped celery, some old celery that I had laying around, some cut up pieces of strawberry, either the tops or pieces that we didn't want, some soil from Visit Wash, it's kind of sandy, some actual sand, the rest of what was in the garden box, the raised garden box. This one looks more like sand that they put at the bottom of it. My grandparents put all the stuff in there. So I think I'm gonna start with celery. I'm doing the strawberries all right here as the first layer. I'm gonna add little bit pieces of palm tree. Give it a little bit more brown. So I got some of this sisal. I was going to use it for bow drill stuff, but since I found the cottonwood stuff, it works really good for that. So that leaves me with this. So I got some sisal honey wheat. Got it for $4 at Hobby Lobby. This will definitely go good on top of this soil. So, big chunk, just kind of break it apart. And it says it's biodegradable, so that makes it even better. And it kind of gives it a natural top layer. The sisal is pretty much natural. So hopefully that'll be enough for it. Now I'm going to put the leaves on top of the compost and call it good. So this was my new addition to my garden, a raised bed for my cantaloupe, or cucumber, who knows. But I think this went really well. I mean, look at how straight it is. So it looks like I did a pretty good job just right here. This looks really good. I'm really liking it. So if you know any tips for me of what I should what else should I do, so I want to thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.